one of you finally give me what I desire. Yes, we will.
What's up guys, CBK here bringing you another Marvel Spider-Man 2 video. You guys, the hype is starting to build up for this game. I know that we're likely over a year away from its release, but it has been awesome to see Tony Todd, the actor who will be voicing and performing mocap for Venom, tweet out some stuff about this game. And we've also seen the actor for Miles Morales, Najee Jeter, showing off that he's doing some mocap as well. The more kind of stuff like this I see, the more hyped I get for the game. And now that we're nearing summer, there's a strong likelihood that we're going to see either a trailer or perhaps maybe even some gameplay for Spider-Man 2. Fingers crossed. But as the hype builds for this game, I will be releasing more theories, more wishlist videos, and some news coverage for Spider-Man 2. So if this is your first time finding my channel, then consider subscribing to keep up with all of my Marvel Spider-Man 2 videos. With that being said, let's swing on into the main topic of this video. So one of the major topics of conversation in my comment section has always been about Venom in Spider-Man 2. Some people want Venom to be playable, some don't. A lot of you guys want to see a solo Venom game, and some of you guys don't want to see it at all. Some of you guys want to see Venom in the lethal protector role, where some of you guys don't want to see an anti-hero version of him at all. A lot of you guys just want him to be a straight up villain in Spider-Man 2. And I definitely have my opinions on all of this. I think that Evan Filarka perfectly summed up my opinion on the idea of Venom being a lethal protector in Spider-Man 2. He mentioned it in the live stream we did with News to Astonish and Joseph Whitty, and then he reiterated it in this tweet. When asked about the idea of Venom becoming good in Marvel Spider-Man 2, his response was, "I know that the lethal protector or anti-hero Venom is what's currently popular given to recent movies, but I need a full-on villain Venom in Marvel Spider-Man 2, even if it is as hairy as the host. I want him to be vicious and vile. Making him playable would be the cherry on top." And my response to Evan is yes, absolutely. For me personally, Venom and maybe Green Goblin has always been among the top villains in Spider-Man's rogues gallery. They have essentially been what Joker would be for Batman. And I've always preferred Venom being scary and a brutal villain for Spider-Man. The idea of playing as a villainous Venom in Spider-Man 2 just sounds perfect as opposed to playing as him being an anti-hero. My hope is that Venom isn't a playable character against Peter. I definitely don't want to see a Last of Us 2 situation where you played as Abby against Ellie. I want to play as Spider-Man when fighting Venom at all times. Now there are rumors out there that suggest that a Venom game could be up next in development for Insomniac in the future, and I definitely would take that rumor with a grain of salt. But if that rumor is true, then I would say it pretty much confirms that Venom would be transitioning over to that lethal protector role in the future. Like I said before, I definitely want Venom to just stay as a villainous character in this universe. But if this were to happen and he had to become that lethal protector, this is how I'd like it to go down. I'd still want Venom to be a villain, but it would end as him making a sacrifice for Peter, possibly while fighting against Kraven. It could be a pretty similar arc to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, where Harry shows up just in the nick of time to help out his friend Peter and inevitably sacrifices himself for him. If Harry were to die sacrificing himself for Spider-Man, then it would give Norman a pretty good motivation for killing Spider-Man once he becomes Green Goblin in the third game. From there, this is where we would see the symbiote transfer over to Eddie Brock, and he could perhaps become that anti-hero version of Venom for the future of Insomniac's Spider-Man universe. But yeah, that's just some of my thoughts on Venom in this game. To summarize, I want Venom to stay bad. But if Insomniac just has to make an anti-hero version of Venom, then I hope it's done through Harry's sacrifice with the symbiote transferring over to Eddie Brock. This is a pretty divisive topic, and I'm sure some of you guys have different ideas than me, so please discuss them in the comments. Like I always say, some of you guys can be pretty persuasive in the comments and find a way to change my mind. So share your ideas with me in the comments and we'll discuss. But guys, that's going to pretty much conclude this video. YouTube has implemented a super thanks feature on here, so you can leave me a tip on any of my videos if you ever felt like you wanted to. It would totally be appreciated, but definitely not necessary. I mean, I just appreciate your viewership more than anything and the discussions we have in the comments. But that's going to be it for me, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.